And we are currently in day 4 of the U.S. Open. We have a lot to talk about in day 4. Alcaraz looked amazing, but I quickly wanted to go over day 2 and day 3. There's some stuff that I've been wanting to get off my chest. I just wanted to talk about. Hopefully, you guys want to hear about it. But yeah, let's get to it. Day 2 was on Tuesday, and Schwartzman defeated Jack Sock. I wanted to touch on this real quick because I do feel for Sock. He played an amazing match up until his fitness. Those nagging injuries came back to get him again, and he had to retire. After winning 6-3 and 7-5 and looking amazing against Schwartzman, he gets bageled in the third, and you kind of see it coming. It's the writing's on the wall. You're like, not again, man. Not again for this guy who struggled with injuries, who's looked good this year, who's played a lot of matches, actually, who's played a lot of double matches. He won DC with Kyrgios, and he looked good. And he was looking good against Schwartzman, the number 14 seed, and you're like, okay, like this is the Jack Sock we know. And then he got hurt, and you're like, yeah, this is the Jack Sock we know too. And it's just sad, man. I hope Jack Sock is nothing serious, and I hope he gets back, hopefully like soon. And like this offseason, I think Jack Sock just needs to work on that fitness. Like we've seen Jack Sock be hurt and come back, and he's still a quality player. So he could miss time for injury and where he's not practicing as much on his racket, and he's still a very quality player. So maybe this offseason he could probably relax a little bit with the racket and just work on his fitness, just get as fit as he can. I'm thinking like Fish from that documentary on Netflix, who is now I think the captain for the US team in the Davis Cup. Like he was just he never fulfilled his potential, and then he just took tennis seriously and got super fit, and then he made it like far, and he was like the number 1 player. Marty Fish, if you guys haven't seen that documentary, it's great. But yeah, that's the comparison that I kind of see with Jack Sock. Like, bro, just hit the gym, get fit, just get super fucking fit, and then we could tell that you're already an amazing tennis player. But thankfully, Jack Sock's not the oldest player. I know these injuries are super, super, super annoying, but hopefully we see him back on tour this year, and he keeps playing great. Another thing that happened on Tuesday, Nadal played against Chiquita in the first round. Lost the first set. Was a little scary for us Nadal fans, but he quickly turned it around the second, 1-6-2, 1-6-3, and 1-6-3 in the fourth to close it out. Good for Nadal, who plays today, actually. I'll talk about that in a little bit or later on, but he did look good. Nadal, who hasn't lost a U.S. Open match since 2019, looked good. Like I said, the first set was something else. After that, he corrected himself, and he won comfortably. And we'll see how far he goes. Like I said, there's a lot of big players out already. Like a lot of big players. Like Felix lost. My boy Fritz lost. TC Paz lost. Maybe they're not on his path, but like I said, the field is getting a lot of upsets. My boy Tiafoe beat Jerome in straight sets. So good for Tiafoe. I like that. Shapovalov won. This is all on Tuesday, so just make sure day 2. We're just recapping day 2 real quick. Hurkacz won. Fognini won. Sets up a match with Nadal. He's the last person. He's the only person to be down 2 sets against Nadal in a major and come back and win. I believe that's the stat that I read. It might be the U.S. Open, but I think it's overall. So that should be a good one. Brooksby beat Lakovic. Musetti wins. Sinner wins. Is there any who else? Rublev won, and I believe he won today again too. So congrats for Isner. Isner won, and he hurt his wrist, so that was very unfortunate for Isner. He did have to retire. He did have to exit the tournament, even though he did win the bonus. He did beat the bonus in straight sets. Alcaraz looked good against Baez. Baez had to retire too, but it was 2 of the best sets in the tournament. Cameron Norrie beat Ben Poir, and it was just Cameron Norrie showed his class. And on Wednesday, day 3 of the U.S. Open, Medvedev wins Felix, the number 6 seed, gets beat in straight sets, and it's more of the same with Felix. Like, when is he gonna get it together? Like, he was defending semifinal points too, and he just loses in the second round. So his ranking's gonna fall off. What do you guys think about Felix? Is he ever gonna get it together and win a major? He's still 21, so he still has a long way to go, or 22 now, but he still has a long way to go. But you expect him to go deeper, more consistently in these tournaments. And yesterday was not his day. He loses. Kyrgios looked good. Wins in 4 sets against Bonzi. Kyrgios is always an entertainment. Like, I think all the fans, from what I was seeing on TV, looked very, very happy with the entertainment. Obviously, Kyrgios did what Kyrgios does. He berates him, but like, he's going through some stuff too. Doesn't excuse his behavior sometimes on court. But I did see his Instagram post, something about his mom. Happy birthday to his mom, and how he misses her, and he wishes he could be there. And it's just tough being an Australian and traveling, like having this much travel as an Aussie. It's pretty insane. Tommy Paul beats Korda in a battle of Americans. Like, I'm still waiting for Korda to maybe get a little better. I actually really like his game, and he seems to be very up and down. I think right now he's down. His ranking's kind of slipping a little bit. Hopefully he could turn it around. Andy Murray looks great again in the second round. After losing the first set to the American Nava, he takes the next three, 6-3, 6-1, 6-0. This is the first time he's made it to the third round of the U.S. Open in like 6 years, I believe. So good for Andy Murray. I'm a big Andy Murray fan, and I'm happy. I'm happy to see him. He sets up a scintillating, tasteful match against Berrettini. Hopefully you guys watch that. I think it's going to be a great match tomorrow on Friday. And what else? Bublik is out. He's always entertainment too. Sometimes he doesn't care enough about tennis, but he lost to Pablo Carreño, and Deminar gets through, defeating Garin. And on the women's side, unfortunately, on Tuesday, day 2, Naomi Osaka did lose to Collins in straight sets. Osaka, like, I don't know what she has to do, but she has really been struggling as of late. And she gets out in the first round. I think this is the first year in like 3 years that she's not going to win a major. I think since 2019 is the first year that she's not going to at least win one in a calendar year. So that's crazy. Emma Raducanu loses in the first round too to Comet. Her ranking's going to slip. I think she's going from 11 or like 14 to 80s. In the 80s, she was defending championship points. So that's a lot of points. She's going to drop a lot. Maybe this would do her some good, because all that pressure from winning the U.S. Open and having that high ranking and like being the favorite in every match, it could be a lot for someone as young as her. So we'll see. Unfortunate for Raducanu. I did want to see her go far, but now she falls to the rankings. My girl Paula Badosa goes through. Spoiler alert: she loses today, but this is about day 2 and day 3. And then for day 3, let's talk about day 3 real quick since it's more recent. Leylah Fernandez loses in the second round, so she's going to fall rankings a lot too. She was defending final points, and she gets eliminated in the second round. More of the same as Raducanu. I think she's been doing a little better. Actually, she has more wins since the U.S. Open of last year, but I think it's more of the same. Like, they're very young, and they had all this pressure from both of their amazing runs at the U.S. Open last year, and now that they're going to lose all those points, yeah, it sucks. Their ranking's going to go way lower, but I think they're going into tournaments now with less pressure. They're going to be one of the lower seeds in these tournaments, so they're going to have tougher matchups. So they might go on some losing streaks, which it's the growing pains of the tour. So unfortunate to see both of them bow out of the tournament so quickly in round 1 and round 2. But it is what it is, and it's part of the growing pains, and I hope both of them have the mental fortitude to just keep it pushing and keep it going, because they do look like budding stars, and we'll see how they bounce back from this. But the main story from day 3 on the women's side is Serena Williams defeats the second seed in 3 sets. They go the distance. She wins a crucial tiebreak in the first set, loses 6-2 in the second set. And you figured that, okay, maybe she's running out of legs. Maybe maybe Conceval could turn this around and she's gonna see it through, and this is it for Serena Williams. But like the warrior that she is, she comes back in the third set and wins it 6-2, getting energy from the stadium, getting energy from New York, from Arthur Ashe Stadium, and she got it done. So two down. What is it, like four to go if she was to win this whole thing? So Serena Williams makes it to the third round. She plays tomorrow. It's gonna be electric. It's gonna be amazing if she somehow wins the third round. Goes, I mean, because she's playing the second seed, so she kind of takes over the path for that second seed. So we'll see. We'll see. If she got over this hurdle, she might be able to get over some of these upcoming hurdles, and we could potentially see Serena Williams in a Cinderella story to end this magical story of hers in like the most amazing way ever. Like I'm already getting giddy just thinking of her making it to the finals, making it deep into the tournament. Like how crazy that would be, and like the GOAT of her. She was obviously never gonna lose in the first round or the second round. Like this is who Serena Williams is. I'm super pumped up. She makes it through to the third round, and we'll see how she does on Friday. Also, Coco Gauff wins again on Arthur Ashe Stadium, rocking those new shoes that she has. If you haven't seen them, they're freaking fire, especially the 90s edition ones with the lime green and the red and the blue. Those are super nice. But yeah, that should do it for day 2 and day 3. That's kind of what happened. I just quickly wanted to talk on it. But yeah, what have your thoughts been on day 2 and day 3 of the U.S. Open? Has it been living up to your expectations? For me, as long as Serena Williams is going through, like, and Nadal, hopefully, this is already an amazing U.S. Open. And today, Serena Williams and Venus are scheduled to play doubles. So stick around for my coverage of day 4. We'll talk about what happens in day 4.